أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الرحمن الرحيم، مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى. سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى. ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى. سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا. قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى. بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا وللآخرة خير وأبقى. إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى، صحف إبراهيم وموسى. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده ربنا ولك الحمد. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. تحيات الله الزكيات الله طيبات وصلوات الله. السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام علينا عباد الصالحين. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له. أشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه. يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما هو العلي العظيم. استغفر الله واتوب اليه، 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 استغفر الله واتوب اليه. Subhanallah, 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 subhanallah. Subhanallah, 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 subhanallah. Allahu Akbar, 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 Allahu Akbar. الله أكبر، 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 الله أكبر. الله أكبر، 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 الله أكبر. الله أكبر، 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 الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. To shed some brief light. Here is before we get started, and I read the brief hadith, which I may read. Inshallah ta'ala. Out of Sahih al-Bukhari. We'll revisit that. Salaat al-Ahla, Surah 87. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Praise and glorify the name of your Lord, the Most High, who has created and given form and proper size, who has prescribed laws to be lived by, and given you guidance in his books, and who grows the green and rich pasture, and then makes it dry and stalky with grain. By small amounts shall we teach you, O Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to declare the message, so that you shall not forget, except as Allah wills, for he knows what is openly known and what is hidden. And we will make it easy for you to follow the simple path. Therefore, give guidance in case the guidance will be received by those who fear Allah, but it will be avoided by those most unfortunate ones who will enter the great fire, in which they will neither die nor live. But those will prosper who purify themselves and praise the name of thy guardian Lord and purify their hearts in prayer. But no, you prefer the life of this world, but the hereafter is better and lasts longer. And this is in the pages of books of Ibrahim and Musa, Abraham and Moses. Suratul Kafirun, those who reject faith. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Say, O you people who reject faith, I do not worship what you worship, nor will you worship what I worship, and I will not worship that which you have been wont or used to worship. Nor will you worship what I worship. To you be your religion, and to me be my religion. Sadaqallah al-Azim. This is Kitabu Tahajjud, Book of the Night Prayer. (577). It was related that Abu Hurairah radiallahu anh said, the Messenger of God sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, our Lord, glory be to him, descends to us every night to the nearest heaven, while the last third of the night still remains, and says, is there anyone to invoke me so that I may respond to his invocation? Is there anyone to ask me so that I may grant him his request? Is there anyone who seeks my forgiveness so that I may forgive him? Again, that was Ahadith 577. Sahih al-Bukhari. The third part of the night is very important. This is a time where a majority of people are in rapid eye movement sleep and REM sleep when they're dreaming. So there's certain chemicals being secreted inside of the body, putting a person in a certain state where their visual center, the pineal gland, is very much active at this time. People consider to astral travel or travel into the stars, travel into that deep aspect within that self, and they connect them to the light within the universe. So at this time, many people have visions, especially if your heart is pure, you'll have visions rather than dreams. Some people have lucid dreams. This is a great time to meditate, to make Salaat, to do your invocations, zikrullah, to do your affirmations, to project your thoughts at this time, at the third part of the night. In the book, First World Order, by our beloved brother, Dr. Alim Bey. Get his joint right here. Gotta get this, is essential. On page 294, he says that according to the field of psychology, it is the fifth delta state, or it is the fifth delta theta, which is associated with deep dreamless sleep. During the course of a night's sleep, you go through all the four basic states of consciousness and cycles. You go from waking to half-waking reflection, then into deep sleep, then into dream, then back into waking for a brief moment, to groggy reflection again, deep sleep, then dream again. The cycle repeats 5 times in an 8-hour sleep period. In each cycle, the REM stage grows progressively longer. If you live to be 75 years old, you will spend 1/3 of your life, approximately 220,000 hours, sleeping. Why? One reason is that the body regenerates itself during sleep, and another, according to the ancients, sleep is the sister or cousin of death. If this is true, then sleep itself, or the dream world, is but a preparation stage for the ethereal astral life after physical death. The neocortex involved is fourfold, verifiable by the four brain currents found in the eye of Haru or hero. When it travels from one base, root extends to the sacral, interpersonal consciousness, or the ego, lower self, the beginning beta state. Two, the navel, intrapersonal consciousness, the middle beta state. Three, solar plexus, life or self, collective consciousness, ending beta state. Four, the heart, subconscious, altered state, inner heart, alpha state. Five, throat, superconsciousness, theta state. And six, third eye or magnetic consciousness, delta state. Seven, crown, infinite quantum consciousness or collective unconsciousness, the soul, the higher self, delta theta state. So these are the levels of consciousness in correspondence with the several counter-rotating wheels of energy, alike referred to as chakras, or the seven churches of Asia, the seven candles. And so just a brief note on the subconsciousness. He says the subconscious means the underlying awareness. It accepts the messages it receives as true, whether or not they are based on actual facts. It is responsible for regulating body functions such as breathing, memory management, goal seeking, creativity, and automatic behavior. The reptilian brain controls this portion of the psyche called the involuntary system. So getting up in the third part of the night, it affects the subconscious mind. So when you're doing witr, which means odd, this is the odd Salaat, the last Salaat of the night. When you're doing zikrullah, doing invocations, you're doing affirmations, you're sitting there doing thought projection, mantras. You see, what happens is the subconscious mind is affected because at this part of the night, it's wide open. And you're in the state of mind. It says the subconscious is the heart, corresponds to the heart chakra. So you directly are affecting the heart, and this is the alpha state. So what you want to do is, if you're able to get up into the third part of the night and you do some mantras, to do some invocations, some zikrullah, this is how you affect the subconscious mind directly. Everything is still. It's just like a lake. When it's completely still, you can see the image clearly. But when you're up during the day, it's like that. It's like a river. You don't see the image too clearly. You have many conscious streams going on. You're in a hustle and bustle of life. But when you get up at this time, you're able to affect that portion of the mind. I always like to compare the subconscious mind to a long time ago, back in the day. We used to listen when we had tapes, cassette tapes. We used to listen to our favorite things on the radio, and we would get a cassette tape, and you can get, if it wasn't recordable, you can take two little pieces of toilet tissue and put it inside these little holes, and then record over the tape what you wanted to record on it. And once you did that and you had that recording, you liked it for a couple of weeks, what you would do is, there's new stuff that come out on the radio. So whatever you listen to the most, and you say, okay, I want to get rid of that song, replace it with one of these new songs, you would just have pause on and record.
And when that song come on, you just take up the pause and it starts recording. And one thing we was to notice is that you recorded that whole song, but when you play the tape back, it's a little bit left of the song that you recorded previous. And this is how the subconscious mind is. When we put other programs over these old behaviors, you see the subconscious mind is the habitual mind. So when we may even reprogram it and put new things in, but there's still that fragment, that little piece of behavior left, just like the when you record over a song and it's just a small portion of that song plays and then what you recorded plays. So it takes constant um applying the principle of constantly going more and more into the practices, reiterating it to the subconscious mind to get all of that behavior to change. And it just takes consistency. It's just like using the hammer. We use the hammer to hammer in the truth until it becomes a part of every other part. So you have to constantly um to do this, constantly reiterate these thoughts that you want to put inside the mind to purify the heart. And inshallah ta'ala, you'll see a change in even the conscious state, because about 95 and 98% of the time, we're on autopilot, governed by the subconscious mind. So in putting in these different programs and purified behavior, inshallah ta'ala, then when we are on our autopilot, we will we'll be acting on these good character aspects instead of acting off of the ego self, the root chakra, or nafsi amara besui, which is located in the enteric nervous system, governed by the enteric nervous system, and is the self-incited, the evils, often called the Dajjal. The Antichrist is also being that the root chakra is dealing with materiality, and the Christ, the crystals, is dealing with the pineal gland. And as it's said by Isa alayhi salatu wasallam, or Jesus, as some people use, improperly use the name, if the eye be singular, the whole body be filled with light. So this is coming from the higher brain, the higher functions and the aspects of the self. Sadaqallah al-Azim. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدعو اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق الخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره مقدار العظيم